I am going to judge if you were the a-hole or not. So, let's go. Am I the a-hole for not apologizing for misogynistic remark? They have the a-hole, the a-hole mark. I mean, just the title is telling everything. Misogynistic in the title, not apologizing in the title. It looks like you wrote a lot trying to defend yourself, which is also telling a lot. You know that if you didn't do anything wrong, most of the time you will write a short thing explaining the situation and saying, I don't think it's my fault. Now, I believe that you're really trying to actually defend yourself. Maybe you did something wrong and you know it, but you don't want to take the fall. I think it's that. I think it's that. Okay. My wife, so we're going to say 50 female and I 50 male, had my daughter 27 female, my son 25, his wife 25 over dinner. Okay, so let's put on names.
So the wife, the first one, is called Samantha. The guy for the misogynistic comment is, I don't know. Okay, so there's Samantha, there is Luke, then the daughter, the son, and the wife. You know what? No, never mind. I'm so bad at giving names.
Wait, anyway, let's forget about it. The two first things you said already tells me what kind of person you are. We ran out of green chili and my wife gets a new jar. These jars are usually rather difficult to open, so I kind of expected her to hand the jar to me or my son to open. So there's another girl in the story, right? There's another wife. And that girl, that wife, is not even included in she could open it. So let's say this. That guy is sexist. That guy is sexist because he doesn't believe that a woman could open it herself directly. It doesn't include the other wife, only the man. So let's say you're going to say you're crazy, you're reading too much into this. No, I'm not reading too much into this. Actually, it's really like with a few sentences you can say a lot about yourself. Subconsciously, you just wrote extremely sexist sentence. Like, it's incredible. Okay, I know you're the a-hole and I know why you're the a-hole now. I know why. You're sexist. It's obvious. Anyway, let's continue. So she was whacking the thing on the knife or on the corner of the table. She then picked it up and opened it. No problem. Well, she did it. That's great. We'd all watched this deft performance. What I said, at least this is what I remember saying. You see, son, this is a woman's way to open the jar. We're great. If you or I had tried, we probably would have broken it. We have to understand her works weren't simple taps. I was going to say more, but my daughter immediately got offended. She claimed my remark was misogynistic. Surprised, I said it certainly wasn't, and that I was picturing my son or myself straining to open the jar, or manhood on the line. Oh, okay, I understand now. Okay. Okay. This was all supposed to be a joke at my son and my expense. You know, not everything is like, you cannot justify everything with saying it's a joke, right? And the time I tried tapping the lid to open it, it didn't work. So I tapped harder until by the time I could get it open, the mouth of the jar actually cracked. But my daughter said my remark sure sounded misogynistic. Who here thinks that sounded misogynistic? Question mark. She asked. All four of them raised their hands. You really got called out. This hurt because I felt they should all know me well enough not to interpret it that way. And it immediately made me wonder if I'd said it differently than I thought, or worse than even knowing me. They thought I was misogynist. Oh no, they thought I was a misogynist. I tried to explain more, but I was a little flustered because I was pretty surprised at how the conversation was going and felt defensive. No good, my daughter expected an apology. Oh my god, an apology. Oh, dare she? Oh, dare she? She asked you for an apology? Oh my gosh, never. At this point, I was annoyed and a bit offended. Oh my god, an apology! Oh my god, it sounds so bad. Saying sorry? Oh no, I said the word. Oh! Apologize for what? For you misinterpreting what I said? Don't you think you should have let me finish what I was saying before assuming the worst? It seems to me that your problem, not mine, was more at fault. People who say things badly or people who don't work hard enough to try to understand what they're trying to say. Okay, okay. I'm going to react to that just after. She said, see, that's what's wrong with people these days. They say or do something wrong, and instead of apologizing, they double down and blame everybody else. That's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. And got up and left the table. Yeah, she's right. She didn't put up a fight. She left. That's good. I can see her point, but I can see mine too. I see public figures bending over backwards to apologize for things they said that others interpreted in the worst possible way, and it bothers me that they should be held hostage that way. No, okay, you're not being held hostage. We are asking you to say like one word, which is I'm sorry. Well, three words. I'm sorry. We're asking you three words, and you're acting like a child. Saying I'm sorry isn't something bad. Saying I'm sorry, I apologize, is not something that should take all of the power inside your body. On the other hand, I see public figures, one in particular, who say offensive things and when called on it, double down to make it even more offensive, and that bothers me just as much more. What do you think? Am I the a-hole? Yes. At least this is what I remember saying. You know, one thing with narcissists or even people lying in general is that they're going to say, oh, it's not my fault. Oh, I don't remember. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, accept that you did something wrong. Okay, you did something wrong, accept it, apologize, and the story is ending right now. You're dragging the problem by being annoying and not wanting to apologize. You're dragging the problem to days, and there's one thing with trust. If you do something wrong and you don't accept to apologize after everyone in the room told you you did something wrong, and you still doesn't accept to apologize, there's something wrong with you. And the thing is, of all those four people, they will remember that you acted that way. I will remember that you acted that way if you did that to me, and my trust would have a little dent in it. There's a big problem in this word, the daughter said, see, that's what's wrong with people these days. They say or do something wrong, and instead of apologizing, they double down and blame everybody else. They will blame everyone else but themselves. Those people, those kind of people, will blame everyone else but themselves. You've hurted someone, and it's their fault for being hurt, not your fault for hurting them. It's completely crazy. Directly, when she tried to open the jar, he had no faith in her, and the second he saw her struggle a bit, he wanted, he thought that she would, like, give it to him or son. Like I said earlier, boys, there's another girl, there's the wife, the daughter. Oh yeah, there's a wife and a daughter. And no, those two people are not in the equation. They are not here. They cannot open the jar. It's directly to the man, to the big, strong, old man, to actually open the jar. Already, maybe I'm overreacting, but this is the truth. I already see that with what you just said, it's not the first time that you've made jokes that were badly made, or sexist jokes, or misogynistic jokes. That's for sure that what you just said here and the way you acted when someone told you to apologize, it's not the first time that someone told you to stop doing something and apologize. It's not the first time, because you sound really frustrated for someone who's told once to apologize for something he said. That is not the first time he said something like that. And yeah, so the problem in his sentence, in his phrase, is you see, son, this is a woman's way to open the jar. Since when do we have a way? Because we are women. Do you think when we are born as a woman, we directly, oh, I see a jar, I'm going to do it that way, and since I'm a boy, I will do it in another way? That's how it sounds. It sounds like if you're born in a certain way, the way you say it, it's like women are entitled to do something in a certain way, men are entitled to do something in a certain way. What kind of shitty human beings complains to apologize? Just one apology. Like, it's if I'm hurting someone, it's to me to say, oh, I'm sorry. For me, that man is a baby throwing a temper tantrum. Like, oh, I didn't got what I wanted and people were mad at me, so I'm going to cry and tap my hand on the table and cry until you actually say, oh, it's not your fault, I'm sorry. Like, you're waiting for people to like say, oh, poor man, your family is horrible to you, I'm so sorry. That's what you're waiting for, right? My vehicle for maintaining my friendship, I've like complimented my sister. I think the compliment you were talking about is not actually a compliment, but a remark that a guy or someone said. Context. Using a throwaway, I 66, yeah, obviously. I 26. I've been friends with Troy, 25 male, for 14 years. I've got a sister, Ray, 20. For the longest time, Troy has had a crush on Ray. I knew that. My parents were convinced they'd get married one day. Ugh. Ew. Oh my god. Ray has always had a complex. She always wanted to prove she can do better. My family often joke she got all the looks but not the brains. It takes a challenge, yeah, obviously. And I'll admit, despite the fact that she got straight A's and B's, my parents still maintain that joke. She's sensitive already. What kind of asshole is that? Oh, you're a bitch. What is wrong with you? Troy has asked her out for a date every day for 3 months. This is harassment. This is harassment. Annoying, but not my place. Yes, annoying. She finally accepted it. Oh no, she didn't want that. This is harassment. And Troy said to her a cheesy line like, dress pretty, and I swear I heard my pin drop. Ray always dresses designer, etc. So comment is irrelevant. Oh my god. Why? No. The problem is, why is your sister still talking to you? Why is your sister still at your parents' house? Why is she still here? She needs to move away from you. What the fuck? Ray did question him and he reiterated he wanted to see her in heels and a dress, and Ray essentially said, like, I'm not a fucking accessory for your fragile masculinity. Yeah, Ray! As I said, for Joy, it's a harmless, cheesy comment he's seen on TV, and Ray's sensitive towards anything she decides insult her intelligence. No, you're not insulting her intelligence. You're insulting her as a human being. You're treating her like an object. Whatever, I'm not involved. Yes, you're involved. You're making a fucking Reddit thread. You're making a fucking Reddit post. You're involved. You're not even involved enough. You should tell Troy to shut the fuck up and to like fuck off. It's your sister, for God's sake. She found out I'm going to Troy's 6th, and he's 25. And she lost it. Of course I would have lost it too. Going on about how I'm a traitor. Yes. That you turned her into an object. That's what I was saying. And I said, I did reprimand him, remind him she's sensitive about comments like that. She's not sensitive. She's a human being insulted and treated like an object. She's not being sensitive. You're in the wrong. You're an a-hole. But I'm not involved anyway. I don't support this comment, but I can understand them. Shut the fuck up! Troy's under the impression it was a compliment. When and where did you see that she took it well? Because like I said, it doesn't fully understand why she's upset. I didn't know what else to call it in a title. A remark. An unnecessary comment. Could possibly find anything you could say. It was not a compliment. It's nowhere close to be a compliment. I'm not involved anywhere. Yes, you are. It's your sister. Your sister. You're sharing the same blood, same family. Your role is to protect each other when something is going bad. It's called family. Right now, she's telling you to stop something. She's telling you, I'm not feeling comfortable. She probably told you hundreds of times, and you're like, oh, you're sensitive. She hasn't spoken to me since. No way. Such a surprise. But she's not one to hold grudges, so I don't expect it to last long. No, apologize. All of my friends are on her side. Yes, but my parents do agree she's too sensitive and it's not worth ruining my friendship when she'll be over it soon. Your family and you and your family are such bad people. It's incredibly. Am I a-hole? Yes, you are. This comment. Oh, this is a troll post. Your best friend had been harassing your little sister. She's not unreasonably sensitive. She is a misogynistic, controlling little creep who's been bothering her for years. You refuse to protect her, and your family is effectively bullying her into accepting a man who doesn't actually care about who she is as a person. He wants to possess her and nothing more. He's harassed her every day for 3 months. 90 plus time, and you think it's not your place to tell him to quit being a creep to someone who doesn't want him. Fuck off. Your family make jokes about how she's dumb no matter how much she succeeds. Everyone but your sister is a piece of work. I hope she gets away from you all. I'm pretty sure that if something happened to me like that, I would have gone berserk. I would have left. I would not have stayed. I don't know how she's maintaining her mental health right now. I hope she's okay. 25, 26, and she's 20. Yes! Oh my god. Troy is 25 at the moment. 26. That means that Troy was 11 and the guy is 12 when they met. Ray at the moment is only 20. Meaning that 14 years ago she was 6. Meaning that when she was 14, wait, they are 5 years apart. Which means that when she was, for example, 16, it was 21. So 4 years ago, for the longest of time, that means it's really been a long time. That means that she was a minor. And in America, she's still a minor. But when she was 14, you were 19. She was a minor when she was actually 15. You were 20. She was a minor. She was always a minor for the longest of time. What do you mean longest of time? This is weird and extremely different. Oh my god. The way he talks about his little sister is disgusting. She's not one to hold grudges, so I don't expect it to last long. She's sensitive. She's too sensitive. Not worth ruining my friendship. Not worth. She'll be over it soon. Troy sounds like he's dumb as shit. Like he has only one neurons in his brain. And you sound like two, because you don't know what to call it in the title. You could call it everything. That's not a compliment. That's nowhere near a compliment. Even someone who's telling me that that hasn't been pursuing me for years, if you say that to me, even if you're a part of my family, I'll be mad at you. What kind of comment is that? Like, yeah, she's right. It's a fragile masculinity, and she's like an accessory. And you know what? The crazy thing is that it's happening all the time. We are accessories for men in this society all of the time, and we've been fighting against that for so long. And we talk about this sister is like. She's not the one to hold grudges. It make it sound like, you know why? I know that it doesn't think that what Troy did and still continue to do, I think, right now at the moment, is wrong. Is that it's literally saying that she's not holding grudges, she will come back. You see this situation as something so little, something that is happening like nothing is really happening, is really telling me that it doesn't see the situation as something big. It doesn't care. It really doesn't care. You think it's totally normal. Is exactly like Troy. That person saying the story, telling the story, is exactly like Troy. This is the end of the video. It took me too long to do. My voice is going away like Queen Elizabeth went away. I'm sorry. It's such a bad joke. I'm really sorry. I'm making myself. Okay, goodbye. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.